Hi, I'm David Norris, and I'm serving up the perfect podcast, Pompey Platter with Russ, Daz, and Haz. Play up, Pompey.
Murphy scores! A magnificent goal! That's just wonderful from Josh Murphy! Shaughnessy, great saving! Shaughnessy at the near post! Chance for Colby Bishop over the goalkeeper, off the post and into the back of the net! Colby Bishop! Lang's got his fourth! A fourth for Callum Lang!
Right, hello everyone, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 5 of the Pompey Patter podcast. Bishop shuts up the critics. I'm going to add on again, because how many times has he fucking done it now? And yet, people still don't rate him. Find it absolutely bizarre, but we'll get on to that. Joined as always with Haz and Daz. How are we, boys?
Yeah, good, thank you. All right?
Yeah, all good here. Looking forward to reviewing it and getting down to it.
Well, let's going to change the order a little bit to usual. We're actually going to start off with, can you call it breaking news if it's over an hour ago?
Almost
breaking news.
Almost breaking news.
Being reported, always forgets his name.
Peter O'Rourke.
Peter O'Rourke has reported that Leicester have made Josh Murphy their number one target for the close of the window on Monday at 7 p.m, I believe.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, I almost threw my phone. And I know Peter O'Rourke is not the most trustworthy source out there, but there's normally no smoke without fire. It is a bit of a worry, in my opinion. I'm just going to go over to you, Haz. You're a bit more positive than me. Your thoughts?
He's not going anywhere. I don't think there's any need to worry at all. The only thing that surprised me was the fact that it's taken this long for someone to have any supposed interest in Josh Murphy. Obviously, there may have been interest in him before, but it hasn't made the press. But this is the first one that's made the press, supposed. I don't think we sell him. We don't go.
But this is the things that have been popping in my head. Daz, happily chip in if you want as well. We haven't been in this situation under the Eisners, have we?
What? In what way?
Someone willing to buy our best player.
Well, Matt Clark and Jamal Lowe.
Yeah, but they literally just took over. They were always going to go, weren't they? Do you know what I mean? And they sold them. Yeah,
Yeah, but Josh Murphy is more important to our team than Matt Clark and Jamal Lowe were.
I don't think they'll see it like that. I honestly don't.
It would, if it is true, it will show our minerals, won't it? It will show on how serious they are about how, irrespective of what kind of bid comes in, he's so important to us. People were talking earlier about Matt Ritchie is the one that kept, without him, we wouldn't have stayed up. That is bollocks.
Don't get me started on Matt Ritchie.
If you want to talk about players that will keep us up, Josh Murphy is one of our players that will keep us up. So you don't sell, because you're not going to get someone as good as him to replace him. So irrespective of, yes, he's 30, you might be turning down 5, 6, 7 million, whatever they come for. You ask for 15, you price them out. You ask for stupid money. And if they were to then accept and be willing to pay 15 million, then you have to accept that. But for anything less than that, you just say no
But
because
I feel like you're looking at it from a fan's point of view, not a business point of view.
right. I'll tell you now. If they were to sold Josh Murphy for anything less than at least 10,
You won't
I
get
th-
10
I
million.
think Messino could very easily say, okay, next club that comes in for me, I'm off.
I honestly, you won't get 10 million because West Brom have accepted 10 million. I've forgotten his name now.
Tom Fellows.
Yeah, Tom Fellows, who's 1 assist less and 7 years younger. You're
Well,
not.
so what? Josh Murphy is worth more than 5 million or so. He's worth more than that to us.
I would say if they bid 7 million, he goes.
No, you don't accept that.
100%.
You don't accept that. He's
But
worth more than that to us.
but the club will. I just know they will. I know the Eisners will go. Yeah, you accept that. You're never going to get that money for a 30-year-old ever again.
The thing is, for me, like if this was a month ago, I think the club definitely takes whatever if it's 5 million plus. Like now, because we're so close to like the end of the window, we need to know that we've got enough time to get his replacement, if not get two replacements in, because we already need a right winger and possibly another winger. Like, so we already need two wingers. If then Murphy goes, we're probably going to need another, like at least another one, maybe two. So in the space of like 2 to 3 days, trying to get in like up to four attacking players
It'll
is a
be
big
that.
ask.
It'll be that situation where if we can find a replacement, he will go.
No, you
Mm.
don't let him go that close to the end.
If
Why?
if we've got a
Because
replacement, then
Again,
because
West Brom are letting one of their best players go this late in the window.
no, it's not happening. You don't need to worry. He's not going
the,
anywhere.
the thing is that for me, I don't think it will happen. Like I'm not saying it won't or it will because it's football. Like loads of things have happened that are absolutely mental. So there's no reason why it couldn't happen. But I don't think it will because of how close we are to the window, and we're gonna have to replace a player. Like I can't remember what his goal involvements was, but it's through the roof. I don't think we've had a
West
player
Brom,
like that in a very long time. So you can't replace that for definite. And I think I don't know.
I wouldn't. Right. So right. Obviously, this is just speculation of one, but someone quite well known. This isn't just some random. No one knows who the fuck it is saying it. So there is definitely smoke without fire here. Like there clearly is interest. Whether it's going to happen or not, who knows? But let's just base it on they're going to put a bid in. I honestly think so. Looking at it from their point of view and not ours, and I mean the club, like the owners and everything. If you're not going to get more than, in my honest opinion, 7 million for him, maybe 8 at most. If you're going by how the market's going, as I said, Tom Fellows 10 million, a lot younger, 1 or less assists, ceiling's higher. If that's your benchmark, he's going to be under it. And they both got their contracts run out the same year as well. He, if you look at it, if you know 7 million, so you get 7 million and you find a replacement, on the flip side of it, you could build a decent team. All right, maybe you don't get it all straight away, but if you could at least find Murphy's replacement, that leaves you some money left to build on later on, and that's how I feel like they will look at it.
I don't, I just don't see it. I really don't. If we, as Dad said, I think if we were a month before, I think you could think, well, maybe the club will take it, but I don't think. And also, you've got to think of the backlash from fans. Do you really think that
I don't think they care about the backlash from fans. If they
no?
cared that much, then they wouldn't have let
You
Rich go.
sell you're probably the highest asset in your club right now. You sell him 4 days before the window shuts. That's going to cause carnage.
But
but,
we're
but
in a position where we don't have that, and also the player gets to say this. If I'm Murphy, I'm going.
But
yeah,
you're
but
also in a position where you don't need to sell. You're not in any. You're not being pressured into selling.
No, but
You've got to think they've got Steffi Mavadidi is their first choice left winger, so he's not going to even start for them.
I would guess if they're targeting Murphy, then that winger might be off. Like, because of, like, as I said, like, I mean, in our WhatsApp group, in the wording it says a top target. It doesn't mean the top target. So they could have, which you'd like to think, like, and I hope we do it this way as well, that we've got 3 top targets for like every position.
Well,
Because
look at when we signed Leroux. We know that Pele Matson was our top target, or one of, and
yeah,
Luke Leroux was next. You know,
but that's it. Like, so maybe Leicester are playing that way. If Leicester are looking for a left winger, because Josh Murphy, I mean, what I said last week about, or the other week before that, that we're not going to get any players in. You don't want to get any players in that are thinking, I'm going to sit on the bench. No player would want to come in and sit on the bench. But it just feels that if Murphy and players like that are like a serious target for Leicester, then it wouldn't surprise me, because I can't pronounce that winger's name, if maybe he's off, because obviously with what clubs try to do in the window, what I'm sure they try and do in the window, is that if they've got a big money offer for one of their players, they try to do business first, so that other clubs haven't got them over a barrel, knowing how much they have in the kitty. So that's like how I would feel with Pompey and Josh Murphy. If we sold him with no replacement, and we sold him, say for at least 5 million, other clubs know we've got 5 million to spend, so
especially this late on.
they can have it over at this late over the barrier. From a financial point of view, like, it makes complete sense to do this deal. 100. If this is legit, 5 million at least for a 30-year-old that we got for nothing. Money wise, it's an unbelievable like deal, and you should do it. From a football perspective, it's a massive gamble if we do it, because there's no, even if we feel we've got a good replacement for Murphy, I can't see another winger coming in and having the same effect with the same numbers as Josh Murphy did last season, which would then mean we're in a bit of trouble, in
Do you
my
know
eyes.
what? Do you know what I think it is? And I saw Jack Ward put it as well. Is agent talk. He wants a new deal for his client. It's funny that it's only come out at the last minute, in the last week, that there's supposed interest. That his client produced what, 7 goals, 14 assists or something last season. He wants a new deal for his client, and he wants some more money. So he's going to cause or put out feeders of rumours to people like Pete O'Rourke, who is going to go by the information he's given. He's not necessarily wrong. He just wants a new deal for his client. That's all it is. He wants his client to have more money, and he goes, "Oh, look, Leicester are interested in your client, in your player. But if you give him 3-4 grand more a week, he'll happily stay." That's all it is. I'm not. It's not anything.
But we don't know that. We don't know anything.
Yeah, but we don't know that they're even going to bid for him. It's just
No,
that
of
they're
course, of course.
interested.
My questions are all based on, like I said before. Let's just say this is true.
I'm
Yeah,
interested in Margot Robbie, but it's not going to happen, is
yeah.
it? Like, come
But
on.
you know, if this is true, right? I worry more about Murphy's perspective and the club's perspective rather than our perspective. That makes sense. If this is true, this is Murphy's last chance to get a big move in his career.
No one. Yeah, but also you got to think, right? Who is really going to spend over 7 million on a
Football is stupid,
backup
mate.
30-year-old winger?
Clubs are stupid. But would he be back up?
Yeah, he would, because Steffi Mavadidi's there.
But
But
he might be off, as Dan says.
But then why? It's not happening. I don't know. I don't really know why we're entertaining it.
We got to
The
talk
only
about. We got
unless
to. We
unless we get something from Andy Moon or Chris Wise or one of the guys, Jordan, Neil, Mark from the news, it's a non-story. Pete O'Rourke is not there all the time.
but we do need to discuss it as if
Why? It's a
because it's,
non-story.
because
wow, we don't
because
know that yet.
because we then need to plan and think what the hell are we going to do.
Don't sell. Easy. Show you've got balls.
Yeah, no, I hope we don't do it.
But then what
Like,
if that pisses Murphy off and then he's shit all season?
No, he's
I,
not.
I,
He's not that kind of player.
I don't
How do
think
we know?
I I
these.
don't think. I don't think he's that kind of player. He's not an arrogant. Like, you look at Isak. He's all right. He's a good player, but he's a bit arrogant. Murphy doesn't look like that kind of player.
But we don't know that.
The things as well, I think a big pull for Murphy coming down to Pompey was obviously his missus and her family from here, aren't they? Well, from Pompey. So maybe he might look at it and thinking, like, we've just come down with the family and things like, and no matter what anyone says, location and stuff for family is very important for footballers. Like, so many decisions are made off the family and stuff like that. And like some
At
players
lower
so
level,
some players make the decision to go away from their family, and we see how that happens sometimes. If you look at Gavin White, he really struggled being away from his family, and now obviously he's playing up in Ireland, so it's not the championship level, but he's probably playing better football now because he's more comfortable. The thing is, we're it's at the moment we're dealing with if, buts, maybes, and that kind of thing. But I think we do need to like chat about it because obviously he's a massive player for us, and it'll be interesting to see the lineup on Saturday. If he's not in the
if he's
squad,
not in the
then
squad,
I
he's got.
will fucking panic.
If he's not,
You
that,
get like you think of like Arne Slot, right? Spurs sacked after they sacked Conte and you had Ryan Mason, their first priority, first name was Arne Slot. He was willing to come to Spurs, but after talking to his family, it wasn't the right decision for them at that point. A year later, he got his move to Liverpool. It was okay by that point, right? Same with Matt Ritchie now. He's left. I can guarantee he had other offers from other clubs that were further north than Reading. But does he want to up sticks and move his family again? His family are close. Reading is what, an hour and a half away? So that's doable for him to travel there. So it can be to do with family. And will he want to move his family again up to the Midlands? I just don't see it happening. I really don't.
but the problem is we don't know everyone's situation. We can
No,
only
of
look
course
at
we don't. But if his missus and family, as Dad said, are from the local area, you've got a better chance of keeping them.
maybe, but players also look at it like this could be my last chance. This could be my chance to get into like the Premier League. You know what I mean? Like that's unfortunately not going to happen here. Well, actually, I say unfortunately. I still don't know if I want to go back to the Premier League with the way it is. But in the player's head, it brings up loads of questions. I really hope it don't happen. Like even if you offered 15 million, I'd rather keep him. I don't think the gamble is worth it. But I just worry about him, and I worry about the club's stance on it. That's what concerns me. I have a horrible feeling that the club would accept something like a £7-8 million bid. All right.
No.
I still think they would only do that if a replacement is there. The club are not stupid, like you said. I think they only sell with someone coming in to replace him. But it's still that risk of you rather the devil you know than the one you don't. So I really hope when we meet again next week, this is all squashed and laughed off and
It will be.
but
He will be a Pompey player on
horrible,
Monday night at 7 p.m.
feeling because money talks. Money talks in football.
Russ, you've got to have more belief that he likes
I
it
don't.
here.
I don't have belief. I don't. I just have this really horrible feeling that the club will look at this from a business point of view, which they have the right to do, and see it as this would be, as Dad said, getting a player on a free and selling him for. I still think if they offered, if he went for 5 million, I'll be fuming. He's worth more than that. He's not worth up to 10 million if you're basing this on Tom Fellows.
It's not based on that. It's what he's worth to Pompey, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Like Declan Rice wasn't worth £100 million, but he was to West Ham. West Ham went, all right, give us 100, and Arsenal went, okay. So he is
we're
worth
gonna,
whatever we want. So we ask for 15 million. That's what the club think he's worth. If they pay it, great. If they don't, oh well. Like it's
I
up.
just
The
I
ball is
just
in
think
our
the fact
court.
we got him for free and could sell him for millions. I just think they'll jump on that. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But I just feel like the club will jump on it. And he, out of everyone, he's the one. I would say only Bishop is the only one that would put ahead of Murphy just because finding strikers to score goals is hard, the hardest thing to do in football. But anyway, we'll move on. Unless either of you got anything else to say.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
I hope you're right. I really do. It's just this niggly feeling.
I'm always right, apart from when I'm wrong.
Exactly, which is always. And then just brush off transfer stuff. Richie finally made his move out the club, the little crybaby. I couldn't give a shit that he's gone. I don't understand why I'm seeing fans moan about it, and I just think if he weren't a Pompey boy, people wouldn't give a shit.
Well, that's what I said to you earlier, wasn't it? I said if his goal involvement was if Paddy Lane or Harvey Blair had played the amount of minutes he did and produced 5 goals, 1 assist, they would be hounded. Yes, he did bring leadership qualities and he led the press well, and that kind of experienced head in the attack really did help. But
That's the slap. I hate it when people. No, sorry, I don't. That makes it sound like I hate you, Has.
Go on,
I
say
know,
it. Let me finish. Hang on. It does help, and it makes a massive difference to
yeah.
how we played.
No, what I mean is it annoys me when people say he led the press. He doesn't. Bishop leads the press. The striker always leads the press.
Yes,
And
he
because
leads
he's
it.
out there
He leads.
shouting
No,
and
no, no.
screaming,
He
people.
led it vocally.
Yeah, but Bishop is the
That
one that indicates the press and not
yes,
Richie.
but I'm saying he led it vocally. Like he's the one that shouted up like a 15-year-old girl, right?
Yeah,
That
Richie
that
was good.
that that was that was
Richie
the
was
way
good at
he.
slagging players off if they weren't pressing.
The thing is as well, like if like Richie's screaming that technically like Bishop and that could have been on his way and doing it anyway. Like I suppose Richie was vocal, but whether or not he was the one that triggered it by shouting or anything like that, I mean,
It's
I'd
more
like to,
encouragement, isn't it? And you could see
yeah,
when we were maybe one goal up or drawing, and we were getting deeper. It wasn't just the press he was leading; he was trying to get the defence behind him. People like Terry Devlin or Zach Swanson who need that older head, maybe in front of them to help them, kind of pull them up with him. And he made an impact last season. There's no
no, of
denying
course he did,
that
yeah.
he made an impact. But
Not as big as people making out.
I wouldn't go as far to say as what other people have of that we would be relegated without Matt Ritchie
We'd be relegated if we didn't have Murphy or Bishop.
or Lang.
I still think it's if Bishop doesn't come back, we're probably down. I don't think there's anyone out. I don't like as in these other players are really important. Don't get me wrong, they're very close, but as a focal point and like of the way he deals with defenders and way he opens up for everyone else, I don't think we stay out without Bishop. I think if Murphy was injured, I think we could get through it, but I think if I had to pick one, Bishop would be the one
You
that.
just can't. You can't have one. I know Murphy had a very very good season last year, and maybe it shows the lack of goal involvements from Ritchie because Murphy did so well. But you can't have the amount of goals that we created from the left and not have a higher output than 6 from the right. And it's a shame. I think it's more of a shame that he's gone because he is a Pompey lad. And I think when he came back, we all kind of thought, oh, hopefully he'll come back and kind of retire here. But at the end of the day, a 36-year-old that only produced 6 goals last season cannot be expected or expect to start every game when he's going to be turning 37 within the next year in the Championship. If he'd produced 20 goals or involvements last year, he would have had a better, more involvement. But currently, when he only produced 6, that isn't good enough for what we need. We need more. So if he's having reduced playing time, and Moose has said, look, we'd love you to stick around. We're not replacing you in any way, but you might be more of an impact player, or you want to play less. And he's gone, I want to play every week. And then they've gone through the motions, the discussion, and it's come out of, okay, maybe it's best I move. We shake hands, we move. He hasn't gone to another championship club, which a lot of people thought he might. Maybe he was holding out for that and didn't get the offer. But he'll be all right. He'll do well for Reading, and I think you just wish him for the best, really.
Nah, I don't wish him for the best. Sorry. He turned his back on the club. He can fuck off.
No, because he's thinking about his career, right? You're talking about
You
Murphy.
still train with the club. You still come and perform. You don't turn yourself away and, train on your own and refuse to play for the club. Sorry, he's a knob.
When did he refuse to play for the club?
Well, when he refused to turn up for training.
Did he refuse to turn up for training?
Yeah, because even Kamara and McIntyre has still been training.
Kamara's been in Paris.
Not all the time. He's been over here training.
But we don't know that Matt Ritchie simply turned out and refused to turn up for us. How do we know that it wasn't an agreement with Portsmouth, with Messino, with Cullen? We don't know that.
You look, he got offered probably the same as Pack has been told. Pack's still here. Pack is, he's just squinny.
I think that's harsh.
Maybe, but that's how I feel.
We don't know the ins and outs of what happened in that meeting. We have to go by what Messino has said, which is they sat down at the end of the year, had that discussion. Your playing time's going to be reduced. Our gaffer, I want to be playing every week. Well, I can't promise you that. Okay, can I look elsewhere? Yes, no problem. That's not him refusing to turn up for the team. It's just a mutual part of ways.
My honest opinion is because you would still train with the boys, wouldn't you? At least.
Not necessarily. Did Marcus Rashford or Sancho or Anthony, are they training with United when they're looking elsewhere because they're not going to play again? No.
No, and they got hounded by their fans.
Have they? That's more down to the club.
Christ, I work with a Man United fan. I know
they're not. But they're not training with the club. They're training on their own until they get the move, like Rashford has.
Yeah, but
so why can't Matt Ritchie do that?
Because I don't agree with it.
But we don't know that Matt Ritchie's been a squinny.
Oh, he has, 100%. Like, why would a 36-year-old think that he's going to play more than what he actually is?
Because he's in his last few years of his career and wants to play as much football as possible.
But why come here then? You wasted our time.
Well, not really, because the first year he's played, 30 or 35, 36 games.
Yeah, sorry, mate. I would never agree.
No, that's fine. It's not. I'm not trying to make you agree. It's good that we have a difference of opinions, right? Because then people that listen are going to listen, and one will agree with me and one will agree with you. It's not a problem. I'm not trying to make you agree. I'm just trying to kind of balance it,
I personally think you're both wrong.
Get what more left? For me, players like that, I just can't be arsed with. If you really are a Pompey boy, you stick by that. That's my mentality of thinking. Same with Jay Ward-Prowse. I just don't get how he ever played for Scum. I just don't get it.
Because he's a dirty scummer, that's why.
Yeah, that's just my way of thinking. If you were a real boy, you would have gone, yeah, I want to leave, but obviously I'm going to give my all until I can. That's how I see it. That's.
Oh, sorry. I was just letting you two have a go at each other.
Oh no, we're not having a go.
No, I'm joking.
A constructive discussion.
But as I said, you're both wrong, so it doesn't really matter. But the thing is, at the end of the day, like I would have liked to have stayed. As I said, I've always said, I don't know, unless you're in the room, you never know for definite what's going on. But you can't guarantee a player like Ritchie game time. I know people say you can't guarantee anyone game time, but obviously you've got the likes of Bishop and things like that. Like, I would suggest some players are undroppable, and I don't think Ritchie was one of them. But yeah, I mean, I hope he does well at Reading. I think it tells a story that he's going to Reading. I'm pretty sure he'd probably be able to get someone else who was, I mean, just higher up League One, I suppose, themselves. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I wish him well. Like it's not ideal. I mean, as long as we replace him, that's the thing with football. Everyone moves on really quickly. But yeah, I suppose let's see what happens next. I'm not as bothered about Ritchie, obviously, as I am about Murphy.
No, definitely not. Like that's the real kick in the teeth if it happens.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on to where we should have started, and that is on the West Brom game. Fantastic result. Again, just shows like just how there wasn't that much. There should have been so much over the top with Norwich. Would you not agree, boys? Like, especially
Yeah.
this early in the season when everyone's still settling and still, it was annoying the Norwich game. But then the performance put in against West Brom, we've got to be happy with that, boys. Sure.
Yeah, and the thing, obviously, saying about moving on from the Norwich game, like I think people underestimate how like two really crap goals can affect a performance. And obviously, when we came out in the second half against Norwich, we looked better because obviously Messina had the chance to get into the players and things like that. So I was I didn't think we'd have that same issue because if you make a mistake, that's fine, but you never want to be making it like two so close together, which we obviously did in Norwich. But you'd like to think the next game going forward we wouldn't do it, and we didn't. Like, I mean, West Brom obviously probably had more of the ball. Well, I think at some point in the first half, I think the stats worked out that we had more of the ball, which was interesting. But yeah, I thought defensively we were better. I mean, we're up against West Brom, who have got a handful of really, really good footballers. Um, One player that's obviously gone to them lot, so we'll be seeing him again in a couple of weeks. But yeah, I thought defensively, apart from when we conceded and we didn't press on the edge of our own box, which I think was a massive, massive mistake. Clearly, that's obviously down to John Swift. I do want to defend him because I thought in certain areas he did okay, but I think I don't know whether the occasion got to him because he's going back to West Brom, and I think he was under a bit of stick, wasn't he? So I don't know whether the occasion got to him. But I mean, apart from that, and the time we gave the ball away just inside our own half, and they went on and we defended well from it. I thought, apart from that, I thought we looked good in that. Looked relatively decent in that first half, and if anything, we were the ones who had the better opportunities.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the game, unfortunately, but I have watched some of the highlights best I can. From memory, I think Segasic set up Biashini, which
Yeah,
kind of mental that people slacking Biashini off for that.
yeah.
I feel like if that was any other player, that was just a fantastic save.
No,
Like,
it was. And I think I put it in the group. It was a fantastic save, and like he did pretty much everything right. Like maybe he could have gone round the keeper, but it's two one half dozen the other, isn't it? Like, and I think I saw someone say, well, if he had done everything right, he would have scored. But that doesn't really happen all the time, does it? I mean, you could take a free kick and ping it in the top corner, do everything right, but a keeper can get across to it. So yeah, it was a bit weird how he came under a bit of stick for that. I thought being Keeney had a pretty good game.
yeah, and a bit of a worry with the goal has happened against Norwich, but luckily they blazed over the bar.
Yeah, and I think that's where you've got two midfield players that are too similar in the way that they want to play. So you've got either Dazelle or Swift. Neither of their natural game is to be that defensive midfielder, that holding anchor. So what happened against Norwich, and less so this game, but they kind of both drifted forward and left the other behind and kept swapping. So less so this game, it was more Swift sitting there, but where it's not his natural game to be sat there and sweep up, he is more naturally of or was a 10, now more of an 8 box to box kind of midfielder. The lacking of that anchor, that kind of I'm going to the extreme, but Rodri kind of player that will sweep up behind and will pick up that kind of movement that those kind of players won't because they're not that kind of minded as such. That's where Luke Leroux will come in. And when he came on, he looked a lot better and a vast improvement from the Reading game where he played, especially in the first part of when he played. So Luke Leroux is that player. He is that defensive holder. Obviously, Marlon Pack is the other one, but he's out injured for however long. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Leroux starting on Saturday, because we're going to need that against Scum in a few weeks' time. And you can't go to St Mary's with Dazelle and Swift playing together. I just think it will massively harm us. So I think if you see Leroux start on Saturday, try and get a good hour or so into his legs. Probably, I don't even care if it's Dazelle or Swift, because they're both natural 8 kind of box to boxes. The difference in their game is, Dazelle's maybe a bit more neat, whereas Swift has got that kind of passing range which Dazelle hasn't. So it depends on who you're playing of those two who starts, and obviously then you've got Kozlowski as well. But once Leroux came on, he looked good, and the more he plays, the better it will be, and then those kind of instances won't occur as much.
Yeah, Leroux has to start Saturday, surely,
because he has to start against Scum, because you need
Yeah.
that kind of anchor, hard hitting, smash people up midfielder behind Segacic or maybe Kozlowski now, and then behind Dazelle or Swift to be that kind of that last man before they breach our defence as such. The defence are good. There's nothing wrong with that defence. They just need that extra bit of cover, which having Dazelle and Swift next to each other, we don't have. And right now, I can fully understand why he's played them, because Leroux wasn't quite ready to. You can't just throw him in, because we got him a bit later and on the window. But he needs to start Saturday to be able to then be ready for the Scum game.
Before we move on to 2 other talking points of the game, signing Josh Knight really reignited that Regan Paul is such a good player. I thought he was outstanding.
I told you he was our best centre half we had.
Debatable.
Oh, come on, he's better than Shocknessy.
Oh, I don't know. It's hard. I can't choose. It's like trying to choose.
Yeah, but do you know what?
Listen,
I'm not trying to diss Shocknessy. People think he's better because he scored that goal against Barnsley.
No, it's not.
It
No,
is.
I don't. No.
Regan Paul's a better centre half. I know
Ma-
we won't go into this properly, but for me, Regan Paul's better.
I
But
can't choose.
The problem with Regan Paul as well. Sometimes he gets caught being too excitable. In my opinion, I think
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah,
I think Shocknessy is just a bit more level-headed. The thing is, again, like I'm not saying this. This is not me like saying Shocknessy is way better, or so is
it
Paul. Like,
is.
but if I had to choose one out of those two, I would go with Shocknessy. But that's not me saying Paul's a bad centre back. I just like a bit more of what Shocknessy does for us. I think he's brilliant in the air. Like, I like his like size, his height. He's good with the ball. He's good at carrying the ball. I feel a lot more confident when he carries the ball. But again, yeah, it's like I mean, I don't think Paul played well because of Josh Knight signing. I think Paul is the type of player that knew like didn't have a great game at Norwich, so he would want to correct that against West Brom.
I think he wanted to. Yeah, I kind of agree with both of you. I feel like he wanted to kind of prove himself and kind of rectify the wrongs from the Norwich game, but also knowing that there is now another player as well as Hayden Matthews. Although Hayden Matthews isn't quite ready, if Regan Paul kept on having stinkers, Matthews would have got a chance at some point. But
Josh Green.
he's
Yeah,
got 2 centre halves behind him, and as Russ said when we signed Josh Knight, he wouldn't be spending that amount of money on someone to be sitting on the bench. So it's kind of a bit of both. He needed to improve from Norwich, but also he knows what's behind him.
yeah, 100%. Moving on to the 2 sort of talking points of the game.
What was that?
Huh?
What talking points were they?
Penalty shout.
Are we going to talk about our goal before that?
We'll talk about the goal, but let's just talk about these 2
Yeah, cool.
talking points first.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce the bloke's name. I'm not even going to bother.
Conor Ogilvie.
No, the West Brom striker. We'll just leave it as that.
Yeah.
Norwegian lad in here, think, isn't he?
Yeah. Does penalty or not a penalty?
I honestly think even with VAR, whoever's looking at VAR is still kind of guessing, like because from the angle from behind the goal, and you slow it down ridiculously slow, like it looks like the ball changes direction. It looks like his toe gets close enough to it, but I don't know whether it's enough or not. I mean, when I first saw it, obviously because I saw it from the camera angle behind, when the referee waved it away, I was like, oh, I want to see that again because that was close. If you're a West Brom fan, every single one of them are going to say it's a penalty. I've seen mixed reviews with Pompey fans. I'm gonna stick up for my boy though, and I'm gonna say, yeah, not nowhere near a penalty. Clear, got the ball.
He definitely touched the ball.
But
Mm.
if you look, that's from the left side of the goal. If you look from the camera angle from the right side of the goal, it looks like he doesn't touch the ball.
It's just
It's really hard, and I think you're right, Des. If VAR was there, I think they would. There's no evidence to suggest either way. So
yeah.
whatever the referee's call was,
That's what
they
I
would
can't
tell
work
the
out.
referee to stick with the call.
I
I
can't work it out because
I think we got lucky.
my logic tells me there's a point where I circled it in our group chat and I went, surely his legs hit his foot before he's touched the ball. But without that side on close up camera angle, you can't see.
No, and the thing is that thing about did he touch the player first before the referee and the linesman wouldn't have been able to see that anyway because those instances of him touching the ball and him touching the other player's leg is so close. No way anyone can see that. It would be a complete guess whether he touched the ball first or whether he touched the player first. Um, like the thing is, I give referees a fair amount of stick when they deserve it, but I do think that if he's not sure, then don't give it.
Yeah, I think
Like,
that's the case. All it was.
yeah,
I don't
and
think he was sure.
and I'd even say that against us. But I mean, the other thing we're going to talk about, I think the referee has got that wrong. Personally, if are we going to move on to that now?
Yeah, well, yeah, we move on to that now. I
Okay,
disagree, and I'll tell you why I disagree. One, whoever his name is, started it. He grabbed Paul's shirt first. Two, so that for me goes, all right then, you ever go back. I just think it's just great strength. And the other thing that makes me think it's not a foul, he doesn't moan to the ref at all. He
he
doesn't put
kind of
his
does
arms up.
when the ball goes out. He kind of does look at the ref and puts his arms up, but he doesn't like
Not
go mental
really.
about it.
You don't go mad. Like if you genuinely think you've been stopped from scoring a goal and that would send a player off, you'd be going mental, wouldn't you?
The issue Paul had there that if he did get sent off is because he was the wrong side. So I would understand if the ref did it because of I mean it was close. Like as soon as the ball went into the striker, even before they started wrestling, I thought Paul's gonna have to go here because he's gonna have to stop him. But
If Hegbo goes down, he's sent off.
Which
mm,
is daft, isn't it?
yeah,
Absolutely.
It
And
is, but that's the way that it seems
yeah,
to go. I
I
don't
agree.
think it was. I agree with Russ. I don't think it was a foul. They had hold of each other, but if he
If
was
he
to
goes
go
down,
down,
yeah,
he Paul would have been sent off.
mm,
So it's the attacker's fault for not going down.
exactly. And the fact maybe he knows that. Maybe he generally thought I'll be able to outstrength him. I don't need to go down. Do you know what I mean?
maybe.
I just think it's fantastic defended by Paul. I really
Yeah,
do. And then he blocked the shot straight after it.
I mean the good thing Paul done is that he stays up on his feet the whole time. He doesn't try and reach his leg around. He just stays up until like I think the matey comes back on himself and then tries to shoot and then he goes to ground. If Paul tries to get his foot ahead of him or anything like that, he doesn't do that. He just tries to compete physically, which I think then helps him get away. If he puts his foot in there, I think matey goes down and and Paul's gone.
Well, I think the other thing that stops it from being a foul altogether is the striker gets the shot off. I
Yeah,
know he blocks it, Paul, but he gets his stroke off.
yeah.
It's not like he completely held him up and then, it just rolled to Schmid and he picked the ball up. He got away from Paul and Paul had to reposition and block the shot.
Yeah.
It's not like, you could kind of argue, well, the ref probably thought, well, it all gave you advantage there. You could kind of, like you said, blame the striker. It's really the striker's fault for all of it.
I think the striker takes the shot too early as well. Like, I think if he holds it up, like, I think he could bring someone else into play, or he can maybe find himself a better shooting angle. Because I think when he took the shot, like, Paul wasn't, and I think did Swanson get back or someone, and they got themselves in good positions. I think maybe that's a sign of someone who's knackered, because I would guess wrestling Regan Paul will fucking knacker you out.
Yeah, definitely. Right, and moving on to the goal. Reason why I left it last is it's not just about the goal, it's about the man himself. Colby Bishop. I said it last week. The moment there's any doubt on him, he will score. And I see someone tweet I put this out the other day, and someone replied to me, "Yeah, well, we need to bring another striker in because to take the pressure off him." No, that man plays better when the pressure is on him. The moment the fans are on his back, the moment there's any doubt whether he can do it or not, he scores and he shuts everyone up. And the way, like Murphy, fantastic the way he gets down the wing and what a cross. The way he gets in front of that defender and that header, it was almost like a Teddy Sheringham-esque. That's what it reminded me of. That Alan Shearer, Sheringham, really proper old-fashioned header. How do people? I go to you, Haz. How do people still don't rate him or don't think he's good enough?
I don't actually know. It's a weird one. When he scored back-to-back 20-plus goals in League One, did he reach 10 last year? He did, didn't he?
11, wasn't it?
So he reached double figures
I'll fact check
in
that.
a season where he had open heart surgery in summer. He's going to be reaching 15 minimum this season. Yes, okay, he's missed a few penalties. What striker hasn't? Alan Shearer missed penalties. Harry Kane misses penalties. Mo Salah's missed penalties. Ronaldo's
It
missed
was 11.
penalties. Everyone's missed penalties, right? He seems to, when he misses, he seems to go. He misses when he goes to the right. He needs to start whipping that ball into the left, because even when the keeper goes that way, he still scores. There's nothing wrong with his play. It comes back to when we had this Yengi Bishop debate. Bishop has always been superior and was always superior. He is our best striker we've had since we've been in the Premier League. There's no shadow of a doubt about that. When you've got a player that's scored the amount of goals he has, well, he's now tied with Ronan Curtis, isn't he, as our top scorer in the 21st century. I think it was 57. But he's done it in so many appearances less. I know he's a striker and Curtis was a winger, but you don't score that amount of goals if you're not a quality player. It's just bizarre that people even go there and even think that. He had an off day against Norwich. He missed a penalty. Okay, fine. But every time he does that, whether it's because of fan backlash or, he fires himself up like we said Regan Paul did, that kind of flick was something you don't see from a player that can't play football. I'm not seeing that from John Marquise. I'm not seeing that from Ellis Harrison. Other players that we spent good money on, other strikers. It vastly helps that you've got a player in Josh Murphy who basically doesn't have a stronger foot. Either way he can go. But you can see the link up that they've got. You see Bishop is pulled back the defender. He's kind of behind the defender because the defender clearly doesn't think anything's going to happen. You then see kind of Murphy push past the right back, and you see Bishop start to make that run. As he goes past, he makes that run in because he knows what's coming. and it's a perfect ball from Murphy onto his head, and the best touch. He couldn't have done it any better. It was the perfect glance off Bishop, and again, it takes a certain footballing brain, both from Murphy and Bishop, to make that goal, and that's why they're top quality Championship standard players.
Yep, exactly. I just find it absolutely insane that I just see people just because he's missed a chance. Like, you could say he should have scored against Oxford and he should have scored against Norwich, but he's just I just don't know. He's like, what? How many? Is this his fourth year?
Yes.
Yes.
What more does the man need to do? Do you know what I mean?
Someone's said to me on here that I said about that they don't think he's as good in the air as people make out. Like, I don't understand how that. Again, everyone's entitled to their opinions, but I'm entitled to push back on it as well. If with my opinion, I just don't understand it. And that goal showed what the sort of player Bishop is. He will put his head and his body like into a position where a lot of people wouldn't be able to do it. Like if you look at the player he beat as well, I can't remember that he's American centre back for West Brom, isn't he? And he was fighting with him the whole game. And that just shows you that Bishop will just keep going and keep going and keep going. Because the amount of centre forwards that would just like sort of sack it off because they're not getting anything out of him. I felt that obviously Bishop was getting a decent bit out of him, but like he's a big boy, and you could see that Bishop had a really big battle in his hands. Um, I mean, the goal, the only reason Bishop could do what he did was because of the ball in, and that's literally that's what worries me if Murphy leaves, because I don't think we could get another player in for, even if we spent then if we sold Murphy for 7 million, there's no guarantee we could get a player for 7 million that could also do that. Like, I have not seen many wingers that can do both of bursting down the line with ridiculous amount of speed and getting the ball in, or cutting in and shooting and getting the ball in, or hitting it so early, like, because he was like sort of what, halfway in their half. So it's not like he was in a position where he probably should have crossed it, but the way he whips the ball with so much pace, and as Bishop said in his interview after the game, sometimes his balls are too good and they're too perfect, because obviously that means sometimes he can't get to them. But yeah, it is weird the amount of stick Bishop gets. He's as you said, Russ, he's our best striker since the Premier League. Um, and yeah, like, I mean, if it means Bishop keeps scoring and keeps like knocking back the haters and things like that, then people give him shit. Please do it, because then we're going to get even more goals out of him.
He does it every time. That's why I went first when we went for the predictions, because I just knew he was going to score. Whether, even if we lost 5-1 again, I knew he'd be the one. I don't think there's been a game where he hasn't gone around and shut people up afterwards. It's just what he does. Anything else you want to talk about the game?
No, I think we're all right. I think,
Just
aren't
the
we?
fact that Ryan Mason got sent off because he lost his nut, that was quite funny.
I
Yeah,
think, to be fair, like, if I was in his position, I don't blame him.
yeah.
Like,
Messina would have lost his shit and all.
yeah, you could see when Mason got sent off. Actually, I think it cut to John Messina. He was stood there with his sort of arms crossed, with his hand over his mouth, and he's probably thinking like, I definitely would have been sent off.
Right. Have you got the stats for the Preston game?
I do indeed. So Preston are currently unbeaten in the league. They beat Leicester 2-1 at home. They also beat Ipswich 2-1 at home. And they drew to QPR away. They most recently lost to Wrexham 3-2 at home in the Cup, but I don't think they're that bothered about that. They're too busy focusing on staying up or winning the league. Depends which way you want to go if you're Preston. Head to head over the last 6, drawn 3. They've won 2 and we've won 1. Obviously, we won at home last year in November with Bishop's return. We lost the away trip 2-1. with Bishop scoring again there as well. So maybe that's a little omen. Referee-wise, it is Tony Harrington, who is mostly a Premier League referee. Refed mostly Premier League games last season, a couple of Championship games. He's only ref Portsmouth twice, once last season, which was actually Preston away, bizarrely. And once before that in 2012-2013 in League One, when we drew 1-1 away to Donny Rovers. So far this year, he's done 3 games, 1 in the EFL Cup, 1 in the Premier League, 1 in the Championship, and he's given out 10 yellow cards and 1 red card. So another referee that likes a card. So again,
I'm paranoid.
as I called it last week.
Yeah, I meant to put the bet on last week.
If you like, he was card happy, that guy last week, wasn't he? If you like a card bet, probably put over like 4.5 cards, something like that. You're probably going to get your money back.
So I looked at over 8 and over, and it was 10 to 1. I thought that's worth a tenner.
Mate, you should have stuck a tenner on that. Come on.
Yeah, that was the plan. And how many yellow cards were there? 8. I was like, no.
So they currently are playing a 5-3-2, or at least in their last game they did. Their main man, Milutin Osmajic, is currently out injured, apparently, according to FotMob, but he has already bagged 3 goals this season. He's also linked with leaving to go to Italy, I believe. So we don't really know what's going on with that. But
Maybe don't play Saturday. That'd be good.
If he's not playing, then they basically just got Grandad Michael Smith up front, and that's about it. Because their other striker is injured as well.
You had to say that after he scored a belter last season.
Yeah, but he's a year older, so he's not going to do it. He did score it. He probably is the best goal we scored at Fratton Park last year, actually, bar Josh Murphy. So they've got a couple of players that we know about. Obviously, Paul Valentin played at Sheffield Wednesday. They signed Daniel Iverson from Leicester. So they made a few changes. It seems like they've actually kind of backed to an extent. What's his name? What the fuck's his name? What's their manager's name?
No idea.
Heckingbottom.
Paul Heckingbottom. There we go. Just name escaped my mind. I say back to an extent because they don't really spend a lot of money. So most of them are frees. But currently they are unbeaten. So predictions, I haven't gone first this time so far this year, so I'm going to go first this year.
Whoa. I'm the host here. As you can go first.
That's very kind.
What's the table looking like?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There was some points last week.
Yeah.
We all got points last week, which is unusual. Russ, you got 2 for getting the goal scorer. Daz, you got 3 points for guessing the 1-1 draw. And I got 1 point for getting the correct outcome. So I'm bottom on 2 points. Russ is second on 3 points. Daz is way far ahead on 8 points.
Oh, just gonna.
Don't get too cocky. I was miles bottom and then ended up beating both of you if you put your 2 scores together.
I'm just sat in the sun lounger at the moment, just relaxing.
Right, go on then, Haz.
So I think it's going to be exact carbon copy of our home game against them last year. We're going to bounce back from that Norwich defeat at home. Michael Smith will probably score for them, especially now I've slagged him off and called him Grandad. And I'm going to go for Colby Bishop to score again against Preston, as he scored 2 in 2 against them.
Daz?
Sorry, what score line did you do, Haz?
3-1.
Oh, do you know what? I did have 3-1 in my thinking, but for me, it wasn't like. I think again, I think it's gonna be similar to how we played them last season, where it's not an easy 3-1. But if you're going 3-1, do you know what?
You can go for the same.
No. I'm gonna go 2-0 Pompey. I think it's going to be really important for us to put on a good defensive display at Fratton. I think hopefully Messina will emphasise that. I think we'll be ready. So yeah, I'm going to be Pompey 2-0. And who's your goal scorer, Haz?
Bish.
Bish, I have to go Segatic again then.
Russ hates that.
If you want Russ, I can swap out and have Murphy if you want Segatic. So I'm being greedy with him.
No, you can have him.
Sure.
It's fine. Yeah. I'll go 2-0. I already had that. And I'm not changing it. Annoyingly, I was going to go Segas this week. Swifty's going to score a free kick.
Oh, Jonathan Swift.
Do you think he'll start then?
Yeah.
Do you think in the 10, or do you think LaRue will come in? And
I think you have to move him to the 10.
Yeah,
I think Swifty goes 10, Segas goes wide right.
that's what I would go with, to be honest.
And he's going to belt one in top corner from about 25 yards out.
Yes, yes, please.
Right. Don't tell your taskmaster this week for 2 reasons. 1, I forgot to do it. And 2, Daz needs to go early. So actually it worked out right because we needed to cut something out. So
To be fair, I don't know how early 9:30 is, though, to be fair.
That's early for
Yeah.
us.
That is early for us.
Because taskmaster could be anything from 10 to 20 minutes, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
So, Daz, we shall do your blind rankings. I always have to really think about how I say that.
Lovely stuff. Right. So, again, I think anyone who's new, hopefully, our blind rankings work. I give, Russ and Haz do it separately. I obviously randomly pick players. They put them randomly and blindly in a ranking, and then obviously wherever we're left with 1 to 10, hopefully they get them in an order that they would like, and know some random crap players towards the top. I think I asked Haz left or right last week. So Russ, left or right?
Middle. Right.
Right. Okay, cool. Well, we're doing fullbacks today. So you're going to have right backs, and Haz is going to have left backs. So,
Oh, fucking hell.
right, yeah. So we're going to go with right backs. Obviously, I picked because I didn't pick a specific position for each person. Obviously, because Haz was born yesterday, we need to keep it to a certain level, certain age group, shall we say. So I try to keep it from it was 2006 when it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've tried to keep it from there. If I've made any mistakes, then I don't care. Basically.
Surely he's heard of Warren Neal.
Huh?
No?
Do what? He popped up. I was like, I wanted to put him in this, and Ray Daniels. But right, okay. So Russ, you've got right backs. So let's start with Ben Davies.
He was decent enough, wasn't he?
1 season army.
I'll go. It's always good to put them in the middle.
So what, 5?
Yeah, so I'll go dead in the middle for him.
Number 5, Ben Davies. Right. Okay. Next one, Joel Ward.
I'm trying to think. From 2006, we haven't had the greatest of right backs, have we? I'll go 3 for Wardy.
Lovely. 3 for Joel Ward. Right. I'm going to kill this name. Yasin Mutakil.
No, that's right.
Is it?
That's bang on, yeah.
I saw him play one of the greatest crosses I think I've seen live, to be fair, way at Oxford.
If he's 10 for me, he's literally one of the worst players I've ever seen. Let alone right back.
Right, next one up would be.
Hang on, sorry. Was it Plymouth away where he literally just chested it, left it for him, just smashing the back of the net?
Probably. Next person up is Haji Manoga.
I really thought he was going to go on to do something.
Yeah.
He had everything, athletically, didn't he? He was big, strong, quick, but he was just a hothead. I think that's what let him down.
Potentially to end it. I thought
Well,
he was going to end someone's career at some point, and he still can.
I think he has calmed down a bit. Is
Yeah.
he still at Salford
I
doing
think
well?
he
I
is.
think
Yeah,
so.
they're doing well. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad he's doing well for him. He's got to be like a 7.
Yeah. Right. Lovely. Next one up, it's Chris Kamara's mate, Anthony Van Den
Oh, I
Boer.
think he's back at the board. Other than that, is that like I don't remember anything about him
Not a great
other
deal.
than that one. He's that player you would have forgotten if it wasn't for Chris
Yeah.
Kamara. I'd rather have Hadji over him. Let's put him at 8.
Lovely. He was at 8. Yeah. Lovely. Right. Okay. Marlon Romeo.
Sort of half a season, had a really good year, didn't he? When my boy was mascot, he was the player he walked out with.
Nice.
So he was buzzing with that. Who did I put? Who did I put 5th? Ben Davies.
Yeah.
Have I gone 6 or 7 yet?
6 you haven't got.
I'll go 6 then.
Okay. Lovely.
Wait till you get Drew Talbot and you're going to stick him 2.
That's what I've left. I've left 9, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan Williams.
Been doing all right, so stick him at 4.
Cool. Jordan Williams, number 4. Right, okay. Joe Rafferty.
2.
2.
I do like a bit of Joey. Shove a Lego up his bum.
And then we've got Drew Talbot.
9.
I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. And then number 1 will be Glenn Johnson.
There we go. I think that's
He's
pretty.
got away with it.
He's done a good one
It's
again.
a pretty decent list.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy with that.
That's the thing. It's trying to like sort of.
I would put if I knew Ward was going to be the next bet, he probably should be 2. But
Yeah, it would be, but you never know. That's it.
Rafty's a legend for putting Lego up his bum.
Yeah,
So that gives him that.
exactly.
Oh,
Lovely. Right, so I'll just go over. So you had Glenn Johnson 1, Joe Rafferty 2, Joel Ward 3, Jordan Williams 4, Ben Davies 5, Marlon Romeo 6, Haji Manoga 7, Anthony Van Den Boer 8, Drew Talbot 9, and Yassin Mutakil at 10. So yeah, that's it's a pretty good one.
It's better than my last
Better
week's
last
one,
week,
too.
yeah. But
Got that pretty much bang on, I think.
that's the fun. That's the fun part of the game. Right, you ready? So you got another 10.
Come on, then.
Let's start off. Well, do you know, we're going to start off with our boy John Harley.
Hey.
Oh, dearie me.
Does he deserve an extra point for being our assistant now?
We'll be kind to our John. We'll stick him 5.
Right. To be fair, like John Harley as like a player. I mean, I know we got him towards the end of his career, but
He did all right
I
for
mean,
us.
he's played at the highest level. So it's like one of those. If we'd have had him early in
He
his
was
career,
problem is he was around when we were in turmoil like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Do you mean?
Next one, Steve Seddon.
Ooh.
I
Little
like
Ratatouille.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah.
Dion Donahue.
Cool, what a left foot.
Just because of that assist at Norwich, 3.
3.
Oh, I like
Wow.
it. I like Dion. Underrated.
Yeah, he was. He's brilliant. He did a job in centre mid as well, didn't he? I think I remember.
He did, yeah.
Right. Connor Ogilvie.
2.
2. Right, okay.
Yeah, if you put Dion 3, yes, me too.
Ender Stevens.
Oh, no.
Oh, this list is going to be terrible.
4.
4.
Oh, no.
What was that? 4, did you say? Yeah.
Yeah. I've really messed this up.
Nicky Shorey.
9.
9.
Yeah.
Lovely. Right, okay. What was that? 9, yeah? 9, lovely.
Yep.
Nadir Belhaj.
Oh my god! Oh no!
So I've got
One.
3 names after him. Yeah.
You got 1, 7, 8, and 9. What? 1, 7, 8, and 10. Sorry.
I've ruined it already, so I'm going to ruin it more. I'm going to put him 7 because I
Wow.
don't know. I feel like you're going to come out with someone else for number 1.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm so laugh if he doesn't say Urban.
Brandon Houdstrup.
God.
8.
8. Carl Dickinson.
Oh, there's your 10.
1.
Huh?
1. No, 10.
No, I'll take your first answer. And your number 1 will be all right. It's Herman Hreiderson.
There you go.
Oh, still, read that out to me.
So we have got number 1, Herman Hreiderson. In second, Connor Ogilvie. Third, Dion Donoghue. Fourth, Edinda Stevens. 5, John Harley. 6, Steve Seddon. 7, Nadir Belhaj. 8, Brandon Helstrup. 9, who's 9? Nicky Shorey. 10, Carl Dickinson. So
I think if you put Belhadge second and then moved everyone else down 1,
you're fine.
I
No,
think it's
you've got
all
to
right.
Ed the Stevens got to be number 3.
Yeah, I would guess that. There's only a few
Yeah.
out. It's fine. Like,
It's not horrific. I rescued it.
yeah, you did, and that's the thing. I try to put them in an order where like it just fucks with your head. So, but yeah, that was good fun. Right,
Cheers, Dad.
no worries.
Always, I enjoy these. Keep them up, mate. Right. Best time of the week. It's got to cheer me up.
Oh, hang
Come
on.
on, Ed. What do you mean, hang on? Should be ready.
It's going to be Josh Murphy, isn't it? Let's face it.
Yeah. Should we just say Josh Murphy? There we go.
Yeah. Don't know if he's still there. He's gone. Has. I think actually has gone.
Oh, great.
That's just made it. That's just made sure even worse for us, isn't it?
Doesn't it? Best time of the week, and he's fucking ruined it. While he's doing that, whatever's going on, let's have a look and see if there's anything going
Oh,
on.
quick one actually. I've seen something. It looks like the club are about to release some retro stuff.
But it looks like they're making it black.
Yeah, black and blue. So I don't know what.
Hello.
Yeah,
Do you think there might be a signing in there as well?
I don't know. But if they're doing an all black 92 kit,
Yeah.
I think it'll be hard not to buy
Yeah,
that.
and also a quick one before we move on because I just spotted it because I was trying to look for the Pompey Twitter. Have you everyone seen that? Liverpool, what West Ham fans are doing with Potter's face, putting his
Yeah.
his face on all these people, like Hitler and people like that. It's like Jesus.
Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah,
There we go.
There he
Bin
is.
Laden's the best one.
yeah.
There he is.
Right. So what did you actually hear?
Nothing.
Nothing. You said you went, hang on a minute, and then that was it.
Great. Right, here we go again. I listened to that whole intro as well. There we go. Right. Clue number 1. Me and my brother represented our national team at under 16 level and won the Victory Shield.
Yeah, can't be many brothers surely in the game.
Mm.
Well, funny enough, is it Josh Murphy?
Jesus,
Is
yeah.
that your guess?
No, it's not. But I just tried. The first brothers I thought of was Murphy. Did Lee Sharp have a brother? I don't know.
The thing is, this is the thing where, like, because obviously, what's the thing called? Victory Shield
Yes.
For England,
Yeah,
because that's what under 16s. I think it's under
yeah,
16s because our family friend of ours, he played in it. He plays for he was at Aberdeen. I don't know where he is now, but He played for England and that. So, and he played with like John Joe Shelby. I'm pretty sure it's like under 16. So you could have a brother that didn't then push on. One of them did go, and the other one didn't push on anymore.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that.
So it's one of those things where, like, thinking of brothers that both play professionally might not be. It might be a bit of a red herring. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm going to go for. I don't know if you would have played that high. I'm going to go for Aaron Flahaven.
Did Mark Chamberlain ever have a brother? Did he have a brother that played football or not?
He's got a son.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking like of players that like I know definitely played for England like at younger level and also then for England thing, but I don't know if he did or not.
Say it.
Yeah, Mark Chamberlain.
I've played with Curtis Main, Rob Atkinson, and Matty Kennedy, but not at Pompey.
This is a more recent player.
So Rob Atkinson was what, Oxford, Bristol City.
Who's the other players? Matty Kennedy. It's just what?
Wait, hold
Wolves?
on. Did both the brothers play for the Vic? Oh no, they didn't play for. No, I'm thinking of someone else. Don't worry. They didn't play.
That's the point.
They didn't play for
So
Pompey.
the first question, sorry, what was the first question again?
My brother and I represented our national team at under 16 level and won the Victory Shield.
It doesn't say they won it together because surely you have to make them twins, no?
Silence. It's just gonna be really annoying.
I don't even know who's been winning it lately. It used to always be England, but it might not be anymore.
You know what? You don't think it is actually Josh Murphy, do you? Just because of like you've got Josh Murphy would have played with Atkinson at some point. Who are the other
Yeah,
two
but
players?
not with Pompey.
Yeah, but like would he not have played with him at Oxford? Because when did Atkinson go to Bristol City? Because
Yeah,
Josh Murphy's been there he was there for like 2-3 years, wasn't he?
but isn't the question? I haven't played with them at Pompey kind of at all. Is that the understanding of the question has?
Yep.
Oh right, okay.
So he's played with these players that have also played for Pompey, but not at the same time.
No. So it's not the Murphy brothers. I reckon you're probably right, as in like this brother is either an unknown or never even made football. So Matty Kennedy, Rob Atkinson, who was the third?
Curtis Main.
Curtis Main. So this tells me Main and Kennedy have both played in Scotland a lot, haven't they?
Yeah.
Could this be a Scottish player? Does Richie have a brother?
I don't know. But the thing is, like, would they like? I suppose the Scotch couldn't. Don't forget, you've got Irish as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
And Welsh.
I honestly don't know. Let's just throw a name out there. He's played in Scotland as well. Carl Robinson and all that. I think we swear we've done them before.
What's the age difference between the Bennetts, Kyle Bennett and Thingy Bennett?
That ain't a bad shout. Because didn't Curtis Main play at Doncaster at one point?
Ah, but you would have played with Kyle Bennett at Pompey as well, though. The season we got promoted.
Oh, of course he did, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell! I'm trying to think of fucking. Oh my god.
I still think the brothers is a red herring.
I have no idea. Just gonna have to guess, isn't it? Joe Rafferty.
Pompey are one of only 2 English clubs I have played for. The rest are in Scotland.
Yeah, this was going to be a player that was in Scotland. So is this a Scottish player?
I reckon it probably is. What Scottish players have we had?
Richard Hughes?
Yeah.
Who's, I don't think ever played for a Scottish team.
Adam McGurk. Didn't know he played for Is he? I don't know if he was Scottish or not. I'm just guessing because of the name. What other Scottish players we had? Oh my god, this is well hard. I'm just trying to think of Scottish players.
Okay, my brain's gone absolutely fried. What about like Ross McCrory?
Oh, that's
Doesn't he have a brother?
Yeah, he did. Twin brother plays in goal.
Yeah, Ross McCrory.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well done.
Just trying to think. I was like Scottish players. All I could think was Clark
Yeah,
Robinson.
I don't know if he still is, but he was at Rangers as well, goalie. So I don't know
He was.
where he's at.
So Curtis Main and Kennedy were Aberdeen, and Rob Atkinson was Bristol City, which is where he is at now.
Yes.
Yeah. Happy days.
Good work.
We've been on fire with this.
Yeah, good
We
work.
have.
Happy days. Right. Any other business? I've got something quickly. Joey Barton's a prick.
Yeah,
If anyone
What is new?
the thing is, it's just like I see this on or listen to it on a couple of podcasts when you have players describing stuff, and I'm like, you're getting that the wrong way round, or that's not how it happened because like. I don't know. Like, I suppose when you tell stories of the past, things like that, sometimes you get things muddled up. But he literally, he got the scores wrong. He got the order in the games wrong. Like the reason the second game was a bit like bad blood, it wasn't because of he went down the back of Pedro Mendes. It's because Thatcher did what he did to Mendes, and then Joey
Nearly
Barton.
killed him.
Then Joey Barton did what he did, which was horrible challenge. Yeah, it was just I don't know. Like, thing is with Joey Barton, like I don't absolutely hate him, like
Oh, I do.
because there's some things he does. Like what used to me and my mate always used to say, we at least he's always a bit of a prick. So you kind of respect that. I hate people that are like these little rats that will be nice but then be arseholes. Like he's just an arsehole 24/7. So me and my mate kind of respect that. But yeah, that whole thing, the way he described that is just like completely wrong.
Just the way he laughed about it, the way he even said, "Look, we all got together and was like, we need to take him out."
Yeah,
Like it was pre, you know,
Meditated.
that's the word. And to do it twice to him,
yeah,
home and away. Do you know what I mean? Like that's sick in the head. It really is. It's like there's all about letting them know you're there and putting a hard tackle, and then there's going out to hurt people,
yeah. I mean,
which is not cool.
the one Joey Barton did on Mendes, I think like you can sometimes say that he can always say he didn't mean to. He misplaced his footing. The Ben Thatcher thing is it's a little rat move because Mendes is going to play the ball and Thingy knows exactly what he's
He
doing.
didn't even look at the ball, Thatcher.
No,
If he didn't do that, no one would remember him,
no,
would they?
no.
Especially like you talked about Anthony Van Den Boer being that Chris Kamara's fuck up and didn't know that he got sent off is the only reason we remember him.
Yeah.
Ben Thatcher wouldn't be remembered if he didn't like nearly kill and decapitate Pedro Mendes.
Yeah, that's what he's famous for.
Yeah, because he was who was he?
Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I suppose it's one of these things. Try not to like give any of that
But I
sort of
don't.
chat a like. Do you mean I agree what you did, Russ, by picking up on it and like putting it out there, because then it just shows, doesn't it, that he's talking shit.
And the other thing is, he just got everything completely wrong.
Yeah.
The order it happened, the score lines, just the whole thing was like just garbage. The whole thing that came out of his mouth was just pure
Yeah.
garbage.
And that's
And the thing, go on.
all I was going to say was that like it looked like he was like at the pub telling a story to his mates. The problem is that when you're doing a podcast, people can pick up on it, fact check you. Like, do you mean like you can tell a couple of fibs down the pub and stuff like that with your mates and get things wrong, and most people won't really hesitate. But with this, when you're doing podcasts and that stuff on YouTube or wherever you put your stuff, people can find it and then fact check you, and then you look fucking like an idiot.
Yeah, it baffles. I don't mind dark arts of football. I encourage it, to be honest. I encourage my boy. He's a centre midfielder. He's quite small for his age, so I've had to toughen him up a little bit. He's an ankle biter. I can remember we played a gospel team, and there was a player in centre mid that absolutely rinsed him. His head dropped. We subbed him off, and I had to fire him up and said, "Look, I ain't gonna lie, he's better than you, but pull his shirt, get in his head, push him." And then when he went back on, because he's obviously rolling subs at that age, he marked him out the game. Not because he was a better player, but just because he got in his head.
Did you tell him put his forearm across his chin?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the difference. Is I don't mind that dark arts of football, quite like it, but that's past the line, massively past the line. Both of them, even he pretty much admitted he purposely stamped on his Achilles, which even at the time he knew he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Any other business, boys? I know Des needs to go.
Just a little loan roundup. I was meant to do it last week and I completely forgot. So over the last couple of weeks, I'll go from last week's first. Harry Clout came on for 2 minutes on the 90th plus 38 minutes, which was down to Aaron Kuhl, who required an ambulance, and they've managed to raise a good amount of money for his rehab because he's severely injured.
What happened to him?
I didn't quite see what happened, but yeah, the game was stopped for about 40 odd minutes due to his injury.
I missed that.
That was obviously for Farnborough. Toby Stewart again. This is last week. Played 120 minutes against Motherwell in the Scottish League Cup. They lost 1-0 and conceded in the 113th minute. And then this week, Harry Clouts played twice. He came on against Hornchurch and played the back end of the 90 of 18 minutes and played the last 5 minutes of their game against Weston-super-Mare. And then Toby Stewart obviously played the full game because he's their number one goalkeeper and kept another clean sheet for St Johnstone. So that's two clean sheets in 3 games in the Championship, Scottish Championship.
Well.
And they're also top of the league with 3 wins from 3, 9 goals scored, 1 goal conceded. So one loan is doing very well. The other loan's not really getting the amount of minutes we probably would like. So I wonder if they'll look at Harry Clout, the fact that he's got a grand total of 20. He's got 25 minutes over 3 games. If that continues, it wouldn't surprise me if they look to put him somewhere where he's actually going to get minutes.
Yeah.
But Toby Stewart is doing very, very well, and I hope he carries on that way.
I think he breaks into the team when Schmid moves on. Personally.
Indeed. That's it from me.
I put a tweet out earlier today. Next week, we're looking for some people to come on, talk about, are you happy with the Eisners? Sort of, as I see written a lot, penny pinching. Although we said it before, let's give it to Monday. But obviously, next Thursday the window will be shut and we can have a proper discussion about it. If people want to come on and talk about the Richie situation, me and Harry made our feelings clear on it, but there are people that think it's terrible that Richie's, been left and thinks he's way more important than he is, in my opinion. Come on and talk about the Scum travel situation, the ticket prices, and the fact how early you're going to leave, and there's no food and drink, and etc. etc. If you want to come on, please DM Pompey Patter. Have we had any yet?
Yeah.
Oh, we have. Ooh,
yeah.
Nice. Feel free. It fills up space. We're only going to have one game to talk about. We're going to leave the Scum game preview for the following week and have a real go over it because it's going to be a good one to talk about. Daz, anything from you before we
Nah,
go?
all good.
All good? Right then, lads. Nice, good an hour and a half. Hopefully Pompey bring home the points on Saturday, and we'll see you next Thursday. Have a good one.